mysterious tragedy took place in Aruba, a Caribbean island. The small Dutch island, which is located close to the Venezuelan coast, is known for its tropical weather, white sandy beaches, and a vibrant nightlife. It's a great destination for everyone who loves a tropical island with lots to discover. Aruba is a beautiful and exciting place, and the crime level is low according to statistics. With mainly drug delicts or corruption, it seems to be a safe place. But evil lies in wait even at the most lovely places. With that being said, let's start our story on the disappearance of Natalee Holloway. Holloway was the first of Dave and Elizabeth Beth Holloway's 2 children born in Memphis, Tennessee. After her parents' divorce in 1993, her mother raised her and her brother Matthew. The family relocated to Mountain Brook, Alabama, after Beth married well-known businessman George Doug Twitty in 2000. Mountain Brook High School, located in an affluent Birmingham suburb, awarded Natalee a diploma with honors in May 2005. She participated in various extracurricular activities, including dancing for the school and a part of the National Honor Society. Holloway was slated to attend the University of Alabama on a full scholarship and follow the pre-med program there. She was an ambitious and well-liked student. For a 5-day unofficial graduation trip, Holloway and 124 other Mountain Brook High School graduates flew to Aruba on Thursday, May 26, 2005. 7 chaperones were with the teenagers. Bob Plummer, a teacher and chaperone, claimed that each day the chaperones met with the students to ensure everything was okay. The trip's planner, Jody Behrman, explained that chaperones were not supposed to keep up with their every move. The investigation was led by Police Commissioner Gerald Dompig, who claimed that the Mountain Brook students were involved in wild partying, a lot of drinking, and lots of room switching every night. We know the Holiday Inn informed them they would not be permitted to stay the following year again because of excessive party nights. On May 30th, the 18-year-old Holloway was last observed by her friends leaving the bar and club Carlos and Charlie's in Oranjestad at about 1:30 a.m. She left in a car with Joran Vandersloot, a 17-year-old Dutch honor student attending the International School of Aruba, and his 2 Surinamese friends, brothers Deepak and Satish Kalpoe, both of whom were in their early 20s. Later that day, Holloway was supposed to take a flight home, but she didn't show up. Her Holiday Inn room contained her packed suitcase as well as her passport. Authorities in Aruba started looking for Holloway all over the island and in the nearby waters, but they were unsuccessful. Holloway's mother and stepfather boarded a private jet to Aruba with friends right after she missed her flight. The Twitties gave Vandersloot's name and address to the Aruban police 4 hours after arriving on the island, because Vandersloot was the person Holloway left the nightclub with. They received information from the Holiday Inn's night manager, who allegedly recognized Vandersloot on the videotape. The Twitties and her friends went to the Vandersloot residence with 2 Aruban police officers to look for Holloway. After initially denying that he knew Natalee's name, Vandersloot later stated that Deepak Kalpoe confirmed that another person was in the home. Vandersloot asserted that they drove Holloway to the California lighthouse region of Arashi Beach so that she could see sharks. They dropped her off at her hotel at about 2 a.m. He asserted that Holloway fell over as she exited the vehicle but declined his help. A dark man with a black shirt resembling a security guard allegedly approached Holloway as he and Kalpoe were leaving. Immediately after, Holloway's search and rescue efforts began. Several hundred volunteers from Aruba and the US participated in the effort. To aid in the rescue effort, the Aruban government gave thousands of civil servants a day off during the initial phases of the search. 50 Dutch Marines combed the shoreline thoroughly. Aruban banks helped search teams by contributing an additional $20,000 and providing support services. Beth Twitty received housing, initially at the Holiday Inn, where she oddly shared a room with her daughter. The following night, she stayed in the presidential suite at the nearby Wyndham Hotel. Although Twitty has given conflicting accounts of whether the hotel lobby surveillance cameras were in use that night, reports claim that Holloway was not visible on any recordings. In a statement he made on April 19, 2006, Twitty claimed that the Holiday Inn's video cameras weren't working the night Holloway vanished. Twitty has stated in her book and other statements that they were effective. Until his retirement in 2005, Police Commissioner Jan van der Straten oversaw the initial phase of the investigation. He claimed Holloway did not have to pass through the lobby to return to her room. A possible blood sample that was taken from Deepak Kalpoe's car was tested but turned out not to be blood, illustrating how thorough and occasionally subject to false leads the physical evidence search was. From the start of the investigation, American law enforcement and Aruban authorities worked closely together. According to U.S. Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice, the country is in close contact with Aruba's government. Substantial resources are being applied as they, Aruban officials, continue to ask for more, said a different State Department official. Former security guards from the nearby Allegro Hotel, which was then closed for renovation, Nick John and Abraham Jones, were detained by Aruban police on June 5th on suspicion of murder and kidnapping. Although the reason for their arrests was never made public, news reports suggest that statements made by Vandersloot and the Kalpoe brothers may have contributed to their detention. The two former guards were reportedly known for prowling hotels in search of women, and at least one of them had run-ins with the law in the past, according to reports. On June 13th, John and Jones were let go without being charged. In relation to the kidnapping and murder of Holloway, Vandersloot and the Kalpoe brothers were detained on June 9th. Investigators can make an arrest under Aruba's legal system if they have strong suspicions. An increasing burden of proof must be satisfied at periodic reviews to keep the suspect in custody. Dompig claims that these three suspects were the center of the investigation's attention. According to Dompig, the three men were closely observed, starting 3 days after Holloway was reported missing. The investigation involved surveillance, phone wiretaps, and even email monitoring. Dompig claimed that the police abruptly halted their surveillance and detained the three suspects due to pressure from Holloway's family. The Royal Netherlands Air Force sent out 3 F-16 aircraft outfitted with infrared sensors to help with the search on July 4th, but they were unsuccessful. It was reported in March 2006 that satellite and more recent images, possibly taken from the F-16s, were being compared to find unexpected ground shifts that might be Holloway's grave. A small pond close to the Marriott Hotel beach and the Aruba Racquet Club was partially drained between July 27th and July 30th, 2005, because of information provided by a nearby gardener. In the early hours of May 30th, between 2:30 and 3 a.m., the gardener allegedly saw Vandersloot attempting to conceal his face as he drove into the racquet club with the Kalpoe brothers. The gardener's testimony cracks the case wide open, according to Nancy Grace. A second witness, the jogger, reported seeing men burying a woman with blonde hair in a landfill on the afternoon of May 30th. Initial donations totaling $50,000 and $175,000 from Holloway's family were made in exchange for her safe return. A $100,000 reward was added for information leading to the discovery of her remains, and the reward was raised from $200,000 to $1 million 2 months after she vanished. The reward for information leading to Natalee's body was raised from $100,000 to $250,000 in August 2005. The FBI reported that the Aruban government had given its organization documents, transcripts of suspect interviews, and other evidence. Investigators discovered a piece of duct tape with blonde hair strands attached. The samples were examined in a lab in the Netherlands. The Aruban Police and Prosecutor's Office then sent a delegation to the FBI's main facility in Quantico, Virginia, to speak with American detectives. The hair samples were then examined once more. The FBI declared that the hair samples were not Holloway's. Throughout the investigation, the seemingly main suspects had been arrested and let go multiple times. There were a lot of different stories from Joran's side. Unfortunately, until this day, the family is trying to find out what exactly happened to Natalee. They have an idea of what took place, but without her body, the full story remains a mystery. Joran Vandersloot is now in prison for killing another woman, 21 years old Stephanie Flores Ramirez. While attending a poker tournament at a casino in Peru, he met the young student. Peruvian authorities announced that Stephanie was murdered because she had been looking at Joran's laptop and asking questions about Natalee's disappearance. Apparently, Joran, under the influence of marijuana, got angry and killed the woman with a tennis racket. Let us know in the comments what you think happened. We're at the end of this video and hope you enjoyed it. Smash the like button and subscribe to get more videos of true crime cases from all over the world.